Welcome to Direct Advisors podcast series. I'm Tom Santa Barbara, president of Direct Advisors. Today's podcast will examine a regulation that is often misunderstood, but can be critical to the success of a construction company. Annualization. If a contractor is doing public works and uses any of the fringe supplements to pay bona fide benefits to their employees, you need to know how to utilize these fringe supplements in a compliant way. Let's start by discussing what the prevailing wage law in New York State says about the use of fringe supplements. Number one, a contractor can pay the fringe supplements to their employees in their paycheck. Very simple. Number two, they can pay a combination of some supplements in the paycheck and use the remaining supplements to pay bona fide benefits. Bona fide benefits are health insurance, life insurance, dental, paid time off, vacation, training, supplemental unemployment, and a retirement contribution. Number three, use a funded bona fide plan, such as a prevailing wage trust. A contractor can fund that trust and will meet their obligations just by making contributions to a bona fide trust. Here is how the Department of Labor defines the term annualization. Annualization is a computational method used to determine the hourly rate of benefit plan contributions that are creditable towards a contractor's prevailing wage benefit obligation on covered projects. Did you get that? Let me translate for you. It's a formula that determines the hourly credit that a contractor will receive for payments towards bona fide benefits to their employees. The formula, if I can describe it for you, is the annual cost of bona fide benefits divided by the total hours worked. And this calculation must be done for each employee. Annualization can be a tangled web for merit shop contractors that work both public and private work, because annualization requires the cost of benefits to be divided by all hours worked. The reason this formula is enforced throughout the country for federal funded jobs, Davis-Bacon, and state prevailing wage work is to level the playing field between union and non-union contractors. Union contractors must pay the fringe supplement dollar amount on every hour worked to their employees, both public and private. So how does annualization work for the employee? Let's go back to the three options employers have for using fringe supplement dollars due to you, the employee. Well, number one, they can pay the prevailing wage in the paycheck. That's both the wage and the fringe supplement. This would be very costly to the employer, and employers may not provide the needed benefits such as health insurance and retirement that employees need. Number two, the employer uses a portion of the fringe supplement dollars for bona fide benefits, paying health insurance, dental insurance, vacation, holiday pay, training, supplemental unemployment, and retirement. The difference of the fringe benefit dollars, if not all used for bona fide benefits, could be put into the paycheck. Let me give you an example. Let's say the bona fide benefits that I just mentioned cost $20,000 annually, and the total hours the employee works is 2,000 hours, trying to make the math easy. The fringe supplement rate on this particular job is $20 per hour for the employee class in that locale on that project. So the formula works like this. It's the cost of benefits divided by the total hours worked. So in this case, $20,000 is the cost of the bona fide benefits. We divide that by 2,000 hours for this one employee. Remember, this has to be done per employee. So if we divide 20,000 by 2,000 hours, we get $10 an hour credit that the employer will receive for your fringe benefit supplements. So what does this mean? Well, it means your employer can use the $10 of your fringe supplements to pay the bona fide benefits that you receive. If the fringe supplements for that job were totaling, as I mentioned before, $20 an hour, the employer would pay the additional $10 fringe supplement in your paycheck or pay for bona fide benefits equal to $10 an hour on private hours. The employer must pay the $10 an hour or provide $10 worth of benefits to you as the employee on all private hours that you work. This will satisfy the employer's obligation under annualization. Now let's talk about the third option for an employer. They can fund a bona fide prevailing wage trust. Now it's a little bit different. This is called a funded benefit. And that means an employer will use all your fringe benefit dollars and place them in a trust for your exclusive benefit. Those fringe supplement dollars will pay the benefits, as I mentioned, the bona fide benefits. If the employee works on any private hours, employers will pay the hourly fringe supplement rate into the trust on the private hours or continue to pay benefits equal to that fringe supplement amount. So if you are owed $10 on the private hours, the employer has the option in a bona fide trust to either pay it into the trust to provide additional benefits or put that money into your paycheck at the end of the year as a what we call true-up. Yes, it can be complicated. As an employee, what should you know? I think the first thing is that the New York State Department of Labor has amended a section of 220 of the labor law that now mandates full transparency of fringe supplements to you. What it means is you will be notified when you start a public works job how much the prevailing wage is, and in particular, what the fringe supplements are for that job. All supplements will be listed on your pay stub for every job you work, and that means every classification. Number 3, all fringe supplements are exclusively yours, but they can be used by your employer for bona fide benefits for your exclusive benefit, as I mentioned. Number 4, annualization will apply to your employer. You will receive fringe benefit dollars on private hours that you work or an equivalent bona fide benefit that would be paid by your employer. So those are the things that you should know when you are working on public works. I hope I was able to provide you a conceptual view of how annualization works and how an employer can use fringe benefit supplements for your benefit. As always, please contact Direct Advisors for any questions you may have regarding annualization. We thank you very much for listening. Take care.